As you continue to grow your comic archive, you'll be looking to group together your comic posts so that your readers find it easier to navigate through your comics. It also makes for a more enjoyable reading experience. In this tutorial, you'll learn how you can categorize your comics by tags, locations, and characters. Before diving in, some definitions are in order. Character. If you're working on an ongoing comic, you'll likely have a set of recurring characters. Tucheke provides the comic character label that allows you to group together comics featuring the same character. Each character has its own dedicated archive page, which makes it easy for readers to find and enjoy comics with their favorite characters. Location. If your comics storylines take place in different locations, readers may want to explore all the comics set in a particular place. That's where the comic location label comes in. You can create a location label in Tucheke which has its own dedicated archive page, making it easy for readers to find and experience comics that take place in the same location. Tag. In Tucheke, a comic tag is a keyword or label used to categorize your comics posts, which makes it easier for readers to understand the comic's theme or subject. Each tag has its own dedicated archive page, allowing readers to easily explore other comics with similar topics. Now, let's start labeling your comics. You will need to log into your WordPress dashboard. But right now you're looking at the front end of your website, which has the comic posts that we've been editing through our tutorials. So if you go to the comic page, you'll notice this is what we currently have at the moment. Okay, let's now switch over to the dashboard. So to add the comic tag to a comic post, there are two ways you can do that, and I'm going to show you both those methods. So the first way you can do that is, first of all, you can go into the Tucheke menu and then the comic tags menu, and then type in the name of the tag. So let's say the name of the tag is pets. Okay, you can leave the slug blank. This will be automatically generated by WordPress, and you can disregard the description field because we will not need that. And then just click on the add new tag button. Okay, so once that is added in, you can go ahead and add it to the comic post. So to do that, go to Tucheke and then all comics, and then locate the comic that you have already in your archive and click edit, and then find the comic tags box in your sidebar here, and then start typing in the name of the tag, and it should show up in a drop-down menu here, and just select it and then click on add. All right, and then just click on the update button to update the post, and that's it. So if you switch over to the comic post page and then just do a refresh, you'll notice that the tag appears there, and if I click on it, it will take you to the archive page for that comic tag. All right, and if we had any other comics that had the same tag, they would all be listed here. Okay, all right, so the other way you can add a tag is just from the edit screen for the comic. So just go ahead and go to the comic tags box here, and then enter the name of the tag. Let's say family. Click on add, and then click update. So once I add that in, it's been added to the post, and if I was to go over to the tags menu, it should also show up there. So it's also added to the list here automatically. And then if I head over to the comic page and do a refresh, it should show up here, and which it does. And it has its own archive page. All right. So the process for adding in the other labels of locations and characters is very similar. So let me just show you how you add the locations. So to do that, go to check it and then comic locations. And let's give the name of the location Nairobi. We can leave the slug blank because it will be automatically generated. The description is not needed, so we can disregard that for a location. And then click on add new location. So that's added in. Go back to the comics, or all comics, edit. Go to the locations box in the sidebar. Start typing in the name of the location you just added. So Nairobi, and it should show up in the drop down. Select it. Click add, and then click update. And when I switch over to the comic page, it should show up listed as a location. And when I click on it, it should go to the locations archive page. And if we had any other comics in the same location, they would all be listed on this archive page. Okay. And then let me show you the second way you can add the location. You can just do it directly within the edit screen for your comic post. So to do that, just go to the locations box again and just type in the name of the location. Let's say it is let's say New York. Click the add button and then click the update button. Okay, and if I go to the location screen, you should see it there all automatically added in, so it's already there. And if I go to the comic page and on the front end and do a refresh, it should show up. And if I click on New York, it should take me to the New York archive page. Okay. So the same process, we can repeat the same process with comic characters. It's going to be slightly different because we'll be adding a few extra fields. So let's do that. Go to check it and then comic characters. And then add in the name of your character. Let's say the name is Tom. You can leave the slug blank. And then you're going to have to enter in the description. The slug is automatically generated, so we can disregard that. The description, you'll need to add that because it's going to be used for both the archive page as well as the characters landing page. The characters page is automatically generated by Tucheke, and it lists all the characters that you have in the system. Okay. So let's add in a description. Let's say Tom is a cool character in my comic. Okay. And then you can also add an image of your character. This is also going to be displayed in the archive page for the character, as well as the characters landing page. So let's go ahead and do that. So click add image, then upload files. Then I'm going to upload it from my computer. Select files, and let's select that image. Let's select another one. Let's see, yep, that works. And then just click on insert. All right, so our image is added in, and then click on for the order. This is going to be used in the characters page to determine in which order the character would appear relative to the other characters on the page. So I'll leave it as 1 and just click on add new character. Okay, so that's added in. So now we are ready to assign this character to our comic. And so to do that, just go ahead and go to the comics page and click on edit, and then locate the characters box on your sidebar, and here it is, and then start typing in Tom, and he should appear in a drop down here, and then just click add, and just click the add button here, and then click on the update button here. All right, so that's added in. And then when we switch over to the comic page and do a refresh, the character Tom shows up there. And when we click on the characters page, archive page, you will notice the image for the character shows up, the description shows up, as well as the comic itself is listed here. And if we had any other comics for this character in the system, they would all be listed here on this page. Okay, and then finally, let me show you the other way that you can add in a character. You can do it directly from the edit screen for the comic post. So just go to the characters section on the sidebar, and then type in the name, let's say Mary, and then click add, and then click update. And if I go over to the comic page, she should now show up there, Mary, and then I click on Mary, she shows up there. But you'll notice that the archive, and you will notice that the image is missing as well as the description. Now, the only reason that's happening is because we have added it from this edit screen. So you will have to add in, if you add it using this method, if you add a character using this method, you will also have to go back and edit the character and add in the description as well as the image. So let's just do that here. Let's go to check it, comic characters, and then click on edit. All right, so let's add in the image for Mary. So click on add image, then select her image here, then click on insert. All right, and then the order, let's change the order to 2. So she's going to appear after Tom in the characters page. So just change that to 2. Then say, give a description. Mary is an awesome character in my comic. And then click update. All right, and then when I switch over to the archive page for the character and do a refresh, the image shows up as well as the description of the character. And if any other comics were assigned to this character, they would show up listed here. Okay, so that is basically it. The one thing I should show you is the characters page that is automatically generated. So to do that, it's usually called characters, just basically your domain name.com/characters. You can access it from the characters page. So let me just go there right now. Characters. And you notice that it is both the characters that we added into the system have been automatically generated. And then if you click the view archive button, it'll take you to the archive page for Tom. If you click the view archive button for Mary, it will show up there. Okay, so in the next tutorial, we'll dive into other ways you can organize and group your comics by using collections, chapters, and series. So I'll see you guys then.